Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Amazon Prime Day, a magical, phony holiday created by a multi-trillion-dollar technology company to remind you that your self-worth can, in fact, be shipped in 2 days or less. Meet Susan. Yesterday, she had $800 in her big, beautiful pockets. Today, that money's all gone. But now, Susan has a countertop frozen yogurt machine, a voice-activated collapsible foot spa, and 36 packages of emergency cheese powder. Great job, Susan. You're making excellent decisions about how best to spend your hard-earned money. But wait, because here's her husband, Hank. Hello, Hank. Hank bought a solar-powered bidet with heated LED lights and an extreme setting called Yikes. It's a perfect purchase for a man who still uses Hotmail and thinks Bluetooth is a dental condition. Fantastic financial choices, Hank. After all, nothing brings a family together like collectively buying a bunch of junk they'll forget about by the time it's delivered. And look over here. It's the adorable children. These little ankle biters are already enjoying Prime Day the only way they know how. Sitting inside cardboard forts made out of Amazon boxes and emotionally detaching from their wackadoo mom and dad who won't buy them a thing. But surprises like those are what the American tradition known as Amazon Prime Day is all about. So remember, folks, when the deals drop and your dopamine starts to kick in, don't think. Just click away like the shopaholic you were always destined to be. It's Amazon Prime Day, turning minor boredom into major credit card debt each and every year. So long for now.
May I have your attention, please?
All right, everyone.
Hello! I'm so tired!
This is your wake-up call.
Another easy new way to brighten your day.
And now, let the show begin!
Now that was an introduction. Bravo. Echo effects, explosions, FX. That's good stuff. For some reason, my restream chat is not working. I'm going to hit the reload. I don't think it's going to affect the stream. Hopefully it doesn't boot me off or anything. Okay, now I've reloaded that. Let's go to chat. There we go. It should eventually let me see restream chat. I'm gonna try something here real quick. See if that shows up there. Yep, okay. Chat's working. I can read you now. Just for whatever reason, it wasn't feeding the chat in. But good morning, Fred. Good morning, John. Bright and early. True, good morning, shop away. You know, I'm adding some things to my Amazon cart. I had like 2 minutes yesterday, little Twitter on the shitter moment where I could look and do a little Amazon Prime shopping. There's a couple of I want to get a shade thing for the top of the Jeep for this now time where it's good times to have the top off. Anyway, I want to get that, and then I told the kids, I said, you get the back-to-school essentials stuff that you want to look for. Now, we try to shop local as much as possible with things. But when you're talking about a new backpack, when you got a kid that abuses the shit out of it, a $30 backpack on Amazon or whatever that's on super sale, I'll take that. I don't need a boutique backpack or any shit like that. Sorry, no offense. We get other things locally. I don't want to be a hypocrite when I tell you go buy local and then I'm on Amazon Prime Day. But I'm on Amazon Prime Day right now. There's shit's on sale. All right? And I needed 4 new bumpers for the bidet. Or for this toilet seat, because when you put a bidet on, it boosts your seat up a little bit, right? And if you're sitting on that, that's extra stress on the back side of the seat. You got to think handyman style, all right? When you're talking about luxury butt cleansing, so you get little bumpers that stick on the underside of the toilet seat, and then those sit there to balance that levels the seat out, right? So there's lowers the stress on the toilet seat. It was more of a concern when I was a big fat ass, but it's still a concern. So done. Mickey Sharp, she'll be on tour with Ivan, don't you know? Yar. I think it's awesome. They're cruising. She flew. She put on her super suit. I bet her super suit's awesome, too. I bet it's got a big fucking M. But anyway, yeah, shop away. It is midweek time. Have you climbed the peak of your week? Are you like, yep, I'm riding out the rest of this week. I've accomplished so much in the first half. I'm like, if you've ever been to Devil's Tower in Yosemite National Park, I think it's in Yosemite National Park, wherever Devil's Tower is anyway, in Wyoming. If you've been there, you know you see it, do, that whole close and counters of the third kind vibe. But the whole bottom of it is columns that have broken off over millennia and have paralleled out at the bottom. So it's like tons of smaller boulders. I feel like I'm standing at those smaller boulders point, and I've climbed. I've had a productive week, but I've got something like every night for the next, foreseeable future. We got Catfish, though, coming tonight. Home again, back home after a sprint of a break. No All-Star game yesterday, even though the West would have won. What else? So Catfish tonight. Singo tomorrow at Scout Hall. Come one, come all. Doors open at 5:30. Get there early. Get your sheets so you can play, or you can just drink and watch. Singo voyeurs are welcome. But 5:30, party starts at 6:30. It's bingo, but with song titles. It's a whole lot more fun. And shit, what was the playlist? Let me pull the socials back up because it's worth it. Come on. Scout Hall just dropped. Scout Hall, Cape G. Singo, game number 1, songs from the movies. Danger Zone! And game number 2 is Clubbing in the 90s. That's going to be fun tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to these playlists. Good pull, Jamie. Well done. So come to Singo tomorrow night. That will be good times. Let me get back to Restream so I can see Dennis. Oh, Dennis, yeah, we could. That would be an option. You know, you got to wonder what they're up to these days. You know? Are they still alive? Have they cleansed the palate of their past and are raising families now and working a domestic gig somewhere? 2 girls, 1 cup. You fill me up. I'm gagging reflex. That's nasty shit sex. All right, so that was terrible. Sorry. I had tone deaf practice last night, so all kinds of lyrics are going through my head. Not that that was a tone deaf lyric, but. And Corey is in the studio. What's that mean? Sorry, my context was off. I don't know. Now I've got 2 girls, 1 cup in my head, and that's terrible. Good morning, Lorraine. Guten Morgen, as they say in Germany sometimes when they're being polite. So yeah, Catfish, and then it's that, and then it's Catfish again on Friday. Catfish again on Friday after the night after Singo. Ooh, shit. Just typed a space bar. Catfish on Saturday as well. So it's just go, go, go. I'm hoping to get some river time maybe this weekend, but now Saturday is looking like a 50-50 shot for some showers. Today's clearing up, though, but I'm not going to blow that. That's Stone Richards time. It's midweek, though. Let's power up. Let's get our little inner Energizer bunny pounding away, just beating off inside our soul. Doof, 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 doof. I'm talking about drums, Dennis. Because I know you're going to grab that and run with it. It's like a largemouth bass on a nice popping lure, just yawing. That you put it on a tee. Today is Sugar Cookie Day. Just good old classic sugar cookies. Probably one of the first cookies ever made after the invention of cookies. Sugar cookie, classic. The classic trefoil Girl Scout sugar cookie. You like shortbread sugar cookies? I don't know. You know, when we'd make sugar cookies with my grandma when we were kids, you can make peanut butter cookies and you make shortbread cookies and you make sugar cookies, but you always did the fork press, right? Did you crisscross the fork tines when you press the cookies? What was the purpose of us pressing those cookies like that? Was it to keep them from caking? I don't know. No one ever told me. No grandmother, aunt, anybody ever told me what. Fucking stand still. Nobody ever told me what the purpose of that is. Every diabetic's favorite. Yeah. Roll the dice. Celebrate Sugar Cookie Day. And it's also National Dimples Day. I don't really have dimples. These are more or less just face falling off. But National Dimples Day. I like dimples. I think dimples are cute, pretty, depending on the context. Girl, your cottage cheese asses, them dimples is cute too. Smack it up, flip it, rub it down. But Dimple Day. We'll talk some dimple facts later. It's a pretty lightweight show today, and I'm kind of glad. It's been a heavier weight morning. But a lightweight show today. We're going to do Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, and we're going to do it early. We're going to do it right after Brekkie Bits. Boom. Got some Did You Knows and the dimple facts. So stick around for dimple facts. You're going to learn so much about dimples today, and then you go out and you find somebody. This could be your pickup line. This could work. You find a pretty girl with dimples or a handsome fella with the perfect little pinch, and you say, "Did you know today's National Dimples Day?" That's your small talk starter right there. It's National Dimples Day. And they're like, "Oh, really? Yeah, I just saw you smile from across the room, and I thought your dimples were attractive. I wanted to tell you that. I wanted to celebrate you today." And they'll look at you awkwardly, and then you can rattle off any number of facts from our stream today. Or just show them this and say, "This dimpleless man," I don't think I have dimples. I don't know, there's too much hair in the way. Dimples on your butt? Yeah. I got dimples like, I don't know if you call it a dimple or a crevasse. All right. Oh, Fred, there you go. That's a good trap idea. Humph. All right. I'm just parsing back and forth between Facebook and Restream's comments today because I feel like I halfway rewatched part of one, and I felt like there was more comments in the box than what I see in my Restream feed, which is dumb because it should be pulling from the same API. But I don't know. I may be full of shit. Do non-facial dimples count? Yes, Fred, of course. Dimples everywhere. All right, so Sugar Cookie Day, National Dimples Day. That's it. I'm going to throw up the TIQ in just a sec. Let me copy it first. Before I do that, I want to take just a moment because two things. Today, my community corner that aired right before I went on here was about SEMO pets specifically, but about adopting a pet from a shelter near you. SEMOpets.org is their website. SEMO Pets is a great organization. They have a great new shelter, meets and exceeds USDA, Missouri DA standards. It's a great place. And then we've got Safe Harbor Animal Shelter, another great place. There's a lot of good spots just in our area that are doing everything they can in their power to save lives for animals and find pets. And then we have so many fucking rednecks that will not spay or neuter their cats. Sometimes people, it's because you can't afford it. There are programs to assist with that, like spay and neuter assistance, something with a P, SNAP. SNAP program is all over the place. Look it up. You could get low or no cost spaying or neutering because it has to be controlled. We try to do as much as we can to control the neighborhood cats, right? I got 2 more boys that are ready to go now because I've got them acclimated enough that I think I can get them in a carrier without wearing welding gloves, and that will be nice. Shirley Dimple. Is that your stage name, Fred? Next up on the center stage, fans show your love for Shirley Dimple. And he comes out, and what does he sing? What is the song Fred would sing? Should Fred be Shirley Dimple in a drag show? We're all open to the possibility. I've got pictures of me cross-dressing at a summer camp. How about that? 31 years ago, too, in the past, in the dark ages. I don't even remember what this, it was like one of those skit night things, right? But a bunch of the little girls' cabin, I was being the big burly man, Darren. I was the one, of course, that they chose to cross-dress and do my makeup and all kinds of shit. And it was terrifying. It was terrifying. I do not make a good woman. And this was beardless days. There was no obvious. I just don't make a good-looking woman. I barely make a good-looking man. It's difficult. So, yeah, Fred, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, what song, I really don't know Shirley Temple famous songs. I probably do, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. I digress. The reason I was talking about pets and so forth, where the shit is my, there it is. I wanted to give, before we did birthdays, before we did anything else, give some love to my dude Bowser this morning. You may have seen this pick up on my social from the farmer's market like, I don't know, a month or so ago. But he was down there in the wagon, freaking hanging out, looking handsome as shit, getting all the woos. And he's my buddy. He's my coffee buddy in the morning. And, gosh, Emily and Paige are his mamas, and they are the best. Beautiful people, and I love them dearly, and I love their dogs. And Bowser is awesome, and Bowser has been fighting the cancer for a hot minute. God, a couple of years. And so I wanted to send some love to Bowser this morning. Emily messaged me, and Bowser's gotten really bad, and it's pretty painful. And I could tell this morning he was slowed down, and I'm already leaking oil. Damn it. I overfilled the tank again. But anyway, Bowser's going home today. And so wanted to take a minute, give him some love, and send my heart out to Emily and to Paige this morning, as I know it's going to be a heavy day. So all the love in the world to you, and take care of your pets because they love you 50 times more than you love them. That's amazing. All right, let's whip out this TIQ. Got to get over the emotional hump, and it's been a heavy morning. I also want to say thanks to Emily for messaging me this morning and let me know that you were coming and that I'd have a chance to say bye. So appreciate you. And moving on. Shit. Okay. 7% of people. Oh, I got to dump it in. Damn, I might have to blow my nose on this one. I'm getting my Tammy Faye Baker. This is why I can't wear drag either. I'm a crying little bitch. Mascara would be all over the place. Oh, there's coffee on that napkin too. So now I probably have coffee eye. That's when you know you might have a problem with the coffees, is when you take an eye coffee. 7% of people have been hit in the face by this. Appreciate all the love, guys. And I know that they would too. And that's the way it is. And man, he had a badass life, and he has been treated so well, and they've done everything, and he's been up and down. It's been a roller coaster, and it's sad, but we're glad for him that he doesn't, there isn't going to be pain anymore, So good for him. 7% of people have been hit in the face by this, a dodgeball. That's a great guess, and really should be everyone's first guess. It is not a dodgeball, and just because I get to make the joke, it's not a wrench either. But guess away. A fish. God, John, that's a good guess and a hilarious guess. No, a hand. What the 5 fingers say to the face? Slap. No, that's not it. Snowball. That's a good guess. I have a face made for radio, Fred. Yes, thank you. That's it. Oh, boy. Dentists have been hit in the face by a dentist. No, surprisingly, this is, again, 7% is a pretty low percentage. So I think this one might have some legs. This one might have some legs. A mosquito. No. Good guess. All right, while you guys are guessing, let's get into some birthdays. We've got some wonderful people, some talented, skilled people with birthdays today. We're going to use a birthday doggo, too. This birthday doggo, I don't think this was AI. I don't remember. I think this one was a Shutterstock. So that's a real doggo somewhere, most likely. A pie, baseball, glass door. No. I have scars on my wrist. Probably can't see them very well. Little bitty scars from when I was 10 or 12. My sister and I were arguing at my grandma's house, and she ran out in front of me, and I was going right behind her, and it was like, I don't know, I was going to beat her or something. We were terrible. Anyway, she slammed the screen door, and I put my hand out to stop it, and went right through the glass, and I slit my wrist open. Another opportunity to get scars, but did I? No. We worked a little frontier medicine, and Daddy's got scars. A sneeze. No. That is pretty nasty. Achoo! Bless you. 7%, though. That's a good guess because that's a pretty low percent. Most people don't get hit in the face with a sneeze. Foul ball at a game. No. I appreciate the specificity, the specificness of that. Pee-pee. No. 7% of people have hung out with R. Kelly. Piss, piss, piss. No. A wave. No. That's a good guess. I like it. Hey, happy birthday today to Mike Mohandro. Mike's an awesome dude, awesome dad. Happy birthday. Hope you have a great one. Hope you're celebrated today. Happy birthday to the one, the only, the K103 program director and legendary DJ, Glenn Johnson. He's not here, but K103 is that way, so I just point that way. But anyway, happy birthday, Glenn. Glenn, you're awesome. We appreciate you and all you do around here at the radio station and for K103 and He is a super awesome dad and a rockin' husband, and frankly should be a country music superstar, but instead he just associates with them. So, happy birthday, man. Also, ooh. Boy, we did get a little dark there, didn't we? We're covering the orifices, shooting stuff out. No, keep guessing. TIQ, 7% of people have been hit in the face by this. Ross Bennett, happy birthday. Ross Bennett, by the way, is the official dentist of the Cape Catfish. If you didn't know, now you know. It is Jeremy Bowman's birthday. Happy birthday, sir. May Elise rub your feet for your birthday. That's gross, too. But while we're there, let's just keep the toilet swimming. A tea bag? No. Men stuff? Any men package parts? No. Those are off the table. Not it. Pravin Bandari. Pravin and I worked together at Element 74, and he's still there, and he's moving on up the ladder, which is, I found that out Sunday. He's like VP of their digital division or something. VP of development, I think. But anyway, Pravin, you're awesome. Happy birthday. Have an awesome one. Celebrate by not working very much today. A tree limb or part of a tree, any kind of woody tree substance? No, not it. Jay Stoller. Boy, oh boy. Jay is such an awesome guy, talented musician, producer. He has this beautiful goddess of a Greek girlfriend who is a pop sensation. She just rocked the new album. She's shooting up the charts, and it's good. I dig it. So Jay, happy birthday. I have some great war stories from my Emergenza days with Jay. I'd keep them close. I treasure them until someday when my brain fog takes them away. And I haven't shared those stories with you guys. I don't know if I'll share those stories with anybody. It wasn't like crazy debaucherousness or anything illegal. Well, it wasn't anything like that you would think. You'd look at me and say, how did he skew his moral compass like that? Nothing like that. We're all right. Well, I'm glad I didn't have that on. What the hell was that just went ding-dong? Weird. A cattail. No, good guess. Fred, on a hot summer day. No. So happy birthday to Jay. I hope you have a great birthday. I know you will have a great birthday. You'll have the best. Enjoy it. Happy birthday to Elliot Ives. Elliot Ives, a phenomenal guitar player whom I first met when he was with a band called Free Soul out of Memphis. And they came up to Cape and played a couple shows with us back in the early-ish Tone Deaf days. And Elliot ended up getting picked up, and he has been Justin Timberlake's guitar player now for the last, God, I don't know, 8 years or so, 9 years maybe longer. I don't know. It's been a while. Anyway, he's JT's number one guitar man, and he's a fucking stud and a really cool, nice guy. So, Elliot, happy birthday. I know you're on tour, so enjoy it. Jamie Marie Brothers, happy birthday. Fellow volleyball parent and awesome human, happy birthday. And it's Marcy Sparr's birthday today, too. And Marcy, she goes back to our ska band, Cataphasia, House of Bone, goofing off college days. And Marcy's like a mouse. She's like this little petite person. She had the little Elfie haircut. She was like, you put her in her pocket and take her along anywhere you wanted to go. Happy birthday, Marcy. A car door. No. Ooh. Damn. That would hurt. This is more like 93% on the cattails. Umbrella, boot, shoe. No. Good guesses. Good guesses. And I like this one because this is a guess that everybody will be like, oh, yeah, I could see that. What is it? Only 7%, really. That was kind of surprising to me, I guess. I kind of figured this answer would evoke a higher percentage. And J.B. Owens, Jeffrey Bauer Owens. J.B., happy birthday. Sincerely hope you have a good birthday today, my man. A lot of love in the world for you. Hope you know that. Happy birthday, J.B. Owens. J.B. Hey, you know who they share birthdays with today is Fred Savage. Yeah, Fred Savage is 49. Fred Savage is 49. How is he only 2 years younger than me? He was like a little kid on the show when I was like, I don't know, in college? Wasn't I in college? How old are we all? How is Fred Savage 49? I mean, I know he's a baby face, right? But when he's not 49, Curling iron, no. Engine oil, no. Bird poop, Trish, that's a good guess. Not it. Not it. And good morning. Hey, it looks like the tournament went well for you guys. You had a good little bass fishing venture. Who else? Jack White turns the big 5-0 today. He's going to celebrate by, I don't know, probably have cake. Seems like a pretty normal guy. The ugly stick, no, but some of them, yes. School locker. Yeah, no shit. Lorraine's on the dark side today. She's like, hold on. Let's see. They were using a grinder and the RPMs were too high and it sheared off. Part of a grinder wheel. Somebody's been watching shop class videos. Come on now. Safety first. OSHA standards are there for a reason. School locker. No. Squirter gun. Water gun. Nope. That's a good guess. What about one of these? To get hit in the face with one of these? Bow, bow, bow. Not it. What else? Who else? Courtney Love is 61 today. Wolf of Wall Street's Jordan Belfort is 63. Pro wrestler Kevin Nash is 66. Jim Kerr of Simple Minds is also 66. Kelly McGillis is 68. The female lead in Top Gun, the blonde, Kelly McGillis, she's 68 today. Tom Hanks, the voice of a generation. Tom Hanks is 69 today. Let us all play a little Toy Story air guitar today for Tom Hanks. Plink, plink, plink. You got the fun in me. Plink, 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 plink. You got the fun in me. Happy birthday, Tom Hanks. Thank you for all the laughs. Dennis got it. It's a rubber band. The YouTube guest coming in. Look at that. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste it in Facebook so y'all can see Dennis's guess and share in the emoji love. Pew. No, don't. God damn it. It wanted to tag my friend Mandy instead of, it was saying a rubber Madeline Banderman instead of a rubber band. But a rubber band, that's the TIQ answer. It did not last as long as I thought. Oh, Dennis, you wry son of a gun. Good job. Everybody clap and applaud. Oh, and aggressive ringing of the cowbell for Dennis. Bravo. So there's your TIQ rocket. There, we got it. Jimmy Smits is 70 today. Happy birthday to Jimmy. Happy birthday to Chris Cooper, who is 74. If O.J. Simpson were not dead, he would be 78. And Richard Roundtree would have been 83. There you go. If you're celebrating O.J.'s birthday today, you've just too hung up. You need to quit. Celebrate Jay Stoller's birthday today. So there you go. Yep. Dennis nails the TIQ. I need to make t-shirts that say, I nailed the TIQ. And then have a picture of like a really ugly, nasty person on the back with it says TIQ with an arrow pointing to him. No. All right, let's move along. Today in history, Nuggies. It is not Wednesday, July 7th, Darren. It is Wednesday, July 9th. You'll fix it. It's a real show. Psst, psst. It's a real show. All right, today in Black History Month in July. I mean, again, it's a month. Let's have a month. Let's celebrate every month. What are we celebrating today? I'll tell you what. In 1893, on this date, Dr. Daniel Hale Williams, an American heart surgeon, 1893, performed the first successful open heart surgery in the United States without anesthesia. I want to know who the friggin' patient was. Who is the badass John Wayne Chuck Norris sperm having dude that said, cut me, Mick. And they freaking opened up his chest, performed open heart surgery, closed the dude up, and he survived. It was successful. Holy shit snacks. That's insane to me. No anesthesia. And it was successful, which means they didn't get him whiskey drunk or he'd have been too thin and bled out. Craziness. Fast forward about 60 years, Bill Haley and the Comets hit number one with 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock, we're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Well, you gotta love it, man, that rockabilly vibe. 1955, Rock Around the Clock, Bill Haley and the Comets, Michael J. Fox. It was awesome. 1965, 10 years later, we went from Rock Around the Clock to I Got You, Babe from Sonny and Cher. Oh, the evolution. That's 10 years difference. And then we got Groundhog Day. More importantly, on this date in 1981, the original Donkey Kong was released. The OG video game. 1981. Hey, that's right. 1995 at Soldier Field in Chicago. On this date, the Grateful Dead would play their last show with Jerry Garcia, who would pass away a month later. So it was the last Grateful Dead show with Garcia. How about that? How about that? What else? What the hell did I do with it? Oh, there it is. 1997, Mike Tyson was banned from boxing and fined $3 million. What did he do? Did he burn down a school full of children? Did he blow up a car on the side of the road? No. He bit Evander Holyfield's ear. Remember that? God dang it. What is in my nose, man? I swear to God, I have sentient nose hairs or mustache hairs. They're like, okay, he's in the middle of the show. You, lefty, make your way up into the nostril and tickle that second stimuli over there. I mean, I swear to God, it's the stupidest thing. I need to start doing hardcore wax and just... You know what it is? Because I finished out my beard and everything, good to go this morning. And then I had to go have my Bowser time. Boy, I just got a nose hair that may have been the culprit. Aren't you glad you're along for this? It's quality content. 2002, the Major League Baseball All-Star Game in Milwaukee finished in a 7-7 tie after 11 innings. They had to end it in a tie. Why, do you ask? Why did they not continue playing extra innings? Because both teams ran out of pitchers. The All-Star Game has a certain allotment of pitchers, even numbers, both sides. They ran out of pitchers. That's it. Game over. Womp womp. And in 2004, unleashed upon humanity in theaters around the world, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. That's a good one. It's a good movie. It's a funny movie. I need to watch that again. It's kind of fun that my daughter is getting to the maturity level that she can appreciate that kind of humor. Not, but like she popped in yesterday while I was working. I had Letterkenny on in the background, and she was getting some good Letterkenny moments. And I'm like explaining to her who that's. She goes, "Is that guy he's like autistic or something?" I said, "No, that's just his mannerisms. He's just a real straightforward guy, typical farming kind of fella. Pitter patter, let's get at her." It's good stuff. Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. And speaking of Ron Burgundy, we've got our own Stone Burgundy Richards. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, your weather lord. With a forecast that's a bit more optimistic than it was yesterday, which is nice. I appreciate that. Yeah. Today, about a 20-30% chance of showers late afternoon, maybe 3 o'clock. But beyond that, it'll be cleared up. We may even see sunshine by the time first pitch. Yeah, it'll be nice. Pretty decent day. High around 88. Not much of a wind to speak of. Clear overnight, low around 71. And as we step into your Thursday, kind of a rinse and repeat. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, high around 91. Maybe some patchy fog early tomorrow morning, but about a 20% shot mid-afternoon, 1 o'clock. Other than that, pretty decent Thursday. Thursday night, low of 72, mostly clear. Friday, rinse and repeat, high of 93, 20% chance of showers in the afternoon. Friday night, slight chance of thunderstorms. What? Yeah, and then moving into Saturday, 50-50 shot. Probably, I'm going to guess, Saturday afternoon. Yeah, Saturday afternoon. Be another chance. Good morning, Bethy. Glad you're here. Saturday, 50-50 shot in the afternoon. Otherwise, mostly sunny, high of 93. Hope it doesn't. We got a game Saturday. I'd like that to go on time. Saturday night, low around 71. Slight chance of showers. Same for Sunday. After 1, shower possibility, mostly sunny, high of 90. So that forecast sticks all week, end of the weekend. The only change is Saturday, a 50-50 shot instead of a 20% shot. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum. And that's it. That's it. Stone Richards, Weather Lord. You're no Ron Burgundy, but you are special somebody. Thanks, buddy. Have a great day, okay? That's sweet. Appreciate it. Stone Richards, what a guy. Holy crap, look at this little ginger child consuming this whole stack of pancakes. Bethy, you already missed out on the TIQ. Dennis came in and shot that bad boy. I know I have hit myself in the face with a rubber band. Matter of fact, it wasn't very long ago because I remember it because I was doing a typical, I'm ADD, I'm going to play with a rubber band, and I'm pew-pewing at somebody, and it came off the wrong finger and shot myself in the face. It happens. It happens. I am one of the 7% of elite humans who've shot themselves in the face with a rubber band. Multiple times. I'm sure I did it when I was a kid. So it is what it is. I don't know if you caught this bit of music news, but after 27 years, Pearl Jam drummer Matt Cameron announced that he's leaving the group. He's leaving Pearl Jam after 27 years. He was also drummer for Soundgarden for more than a decade before he joined Pearl Jam. But yeah, he's hanging it up. Haiti's once illustrious Grand Hotel Olafsson. It was a Gothic gingerbread home that inspired books, hosted the like of presidents and Mick Jagger and all kinds of, superstars. It was burned down this past weekend by gangs. Haiti is a mess, and now they lost the gingerbread house. That's it. Goodness. What a mess. Ford, the vehicle manufacturer, they're doing what they can to entice you to buy a new pickup truck or new car, including zero interest for 48 months with zero down and no payments for 90 days. Here's a car to test drive for 3 months. We'll work it out later. Dude, 48 months, zero interest is insane. That's 4 years. If you can afford to, you buy your teenager a $12,000 little Ford Fiesta Fort Nugget or whatever they are, pay that off in 4 years, you've got an interest-free car. You've just got a cash car for a new vehicle. That's pretty nuts. And if you put down, you go ahead and put down X amount, you cut your payments to peanuts. Shit. But I don't need a vehicle. Just letting you all know. Mattel, the toy manufacturer, they're teaming up with Warner Brothers. They're going to make, and Hot Wheels are awesome. They're going to make a new Hot Wheels movie, by the way. And they got John Chu to direct it. What's that going to entail? It's probably going to be like Fast and Furious for kids, I'm guessing. I don't know. Yeah, you don't need to pay until it starts breaking down. So again, that 90-day window. Oh, man. And that's a bummer for me because I was a Ford guy. Like, my first vehicle I ever drove was my dad's Ford F-100, like a 78, brown and white. Drove the shit out of that truck. Loved that truck. Had an 84, red. Drove the shit out of that truck, 250,000 plus. And I blew the engine hauling my sound trailer around. That was my bad. And then I had a 94 F-150. Blue with the medium blue trim down the sides. It's a 5-speed manual, 4-speed manual, whatever it was. It was manual. I liked that truck. It was Voldemort's dad's truck, and they were gracious enough to let me have it after he passed. Drove that truck for a while. Loved it. It was a great truck. And then I bought the 2007, and my love for Ford was dead. just like the truck sitting in the street. While Sabrina Carpenter performed Sunday at London's Hyde Park, she had a couple of special guests join her on stage. Duran Duran's own Simon Le Bon and John Taylor came out. They didn't perform. They just came out, looked at her, did a little dance, and then they walked off. No, I'm just kidding. It's pretty cool. And this Brecky bit, I stretched this one out a little bit because I remember, and I was traveling a ton when this happened initially. But the TSA has started ending the shoes off rule at U.S. airports, which was my least favorite rule of any of the bullshit you had to do. You could be walking on there with Birkenstocks. You still got to take your dumbass shoes off. You're putting shoes in and all people's shoes. Shit, if I worked for the TSA, I'd be like, yeah, there's just too many shoes. That's nasty. People got nasty feet. I don't like feet. I don't like shoes. I love shoes, but I don't like shoes with feet in them. And just, ugh. Anyway, the Transportation Security Administration, or TSA as we've come to know it, has begun phasing out its nearly 2-decade-old requirement that travelers remove their shoes during security screenings. Of course, this change has been confirmed by internal memos and was initially reported by CBS News. It's being rolled out at major airports, and it's already starting to take effect. Major airports it's rolling out in Baltimore, Washington, Fort Lauderdale, Philly, Cincy, Northern Kentucky, Portland, Piedmont Triad, LAX, LaGuardia. I don't know if St. Louis getting their shit together yet or not. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt signaled early endorsement, calling it big news. The no-shoes rule was implemented back in 2006, which was the same year that I flew to Germany, and I was beginning my journey with Emergenza and start flying all over the damn place. Or I was in my second year of it. Anyway, Richard Reed's attempted shoe bombing, right? The dirty-looking jihadist that had the crap in his shoe, right? And then they caught him because he was dumb, and they failed, and all of that. But then after that, well, you got to take your shoes off now. Sorry, this guy fucked it up for everybody. Now nobody gets snacks. So anyway, dumbass Richard Reed, attempted shoe bombing, house prison, good for you. That made everybody have to take their shoes off, and it sucks. And it's been that way for the last 20 years. It was a pain in the ass. That's why I started wearing skate shoes a lot more, because you can slip them on and off. Nowadays, it's a little easier. You got Skechers slip-ins for you. And so the TSA pre-check members have been exempt. Kids under 12 have been exempt. Adults over 75 have long been exempt. Right. And it got ridiculous. They checking old ladies in wheelchairs and shit like that. It was insane. Anyway, the update extends the benefit to all passengers. So congratulations if you're flying in the next 12 months. Chances are you get to keep your shoes on when you get on, when you're going through security. And may I please reiterate to you that keep them on in the fucking plane. Nobody wants to see your feet, smell your feet, see your socks. None of that. Keep your damn shoes on. You're in a public place and it is stinky. According to TSA officials, upgraded scanners now detect threats without shoe removal, enhancing both efficiency and security. They can see all your little Air Max nuggets in there and everything. So there you go. All right, what time is it? 8:13. Boy, the winds are just right for smarter than a fifth grader. Let's get this crazy-looking Brecky kid out of here. It's time for Smarter Than a Fifth Grader. Whew. There she is. Look at her. Quizzically looking at you like, you got any game, fool? Bring your A game. Here we go. And guess away in the comments, by the way. I'm going to hit a refresh on my Restream again because it's lagging. I run the Restream. It doesn't affect anything, but I monitor it on the other computer, not my fast computer. The fast computer handles all the upload, up the stream, all the up your nose, all that stuff. But this one, there we go. Okay, now I'm caught up. The following questions come from the standard fifth grade curriculum in the United States of America's public classrooms. Middle schoolers unite! Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Get 4 out of 5 right. Or you have to, you got to pass today. Question number 1. This is a real brain buster. What is the chemical formula of water? What is the chemical formula of water? Is it HO2, H2O, or HHO? What is the chemical formula of water? HO2, H2O, or HHO? A, B, or C? Guess away. Guess away, my friend. Guess away. Keep them in, Fred, or keep... Oh, yeah. You're correct. It is H2O. Bravo. And I'm trying to get HBO. Which of the following... This is question number 2. Which of the following foods is a dandy source of protein? Which of the following foods is a good source of protein? Is it A, apples, B, eggs, or C, cabbage? Apples, eggs, or cabbage. Which is a good source of protein? Apples, eggs, or cabbage? Oh, Whitney Welker's calling me, but I'm going to have to call her back. But Whitney's awesome, by the way. It still says Whitney Welker on my phone. It's not her name. It's not her name. That's not her name. It's Whitney McClanahan now, suckers. Anyway, I'll call you back, Whitney. I know you're not watching this. Eggs. Eggs, of course. Yes, B, eggs. Well played. Bravo. Eggs is a great source of protein. Also make you toot. Do you like deviled eggs? You ever see that meme where the Drake, where they're like, you know, and it's like, sit down and eat 10 eggs. Ugh, no way. Eat 20 deviled eggs. We can eat the shit. You can eat, same thing with hot dogs. Grilled hot dogs, you can eat 3 grilled hot dogs. You cook them in the microwave, you can eat 1, you're just like, ugh. All right. Oh, this one's getting thrown in the comments because you guys got to see it. It's math. It's fucking algebra. 5th graders do algebra now, by the way, in case you were wondering. There we go. And post. What is the y-intercept of the line y equals 3x? What is the y-intercept of the line y equals 3x minus 1? Sorry, I forgot the minus 1. Y equals 3x minus 1. What is the y-intercept? Is it A, 3, B, -1, or C, 1? Shit, I know. This is why you get a pass today. Don't yell at me, man. Don't yell at me. I didn't put this juju on you. What is the y-intercept of the line y equals 3x minus 1? A, 3, B, -1, or C, 1? It is B, -1. We're not solving for x, I guess. So, -1 equals 3x, -1, I don't know. It's B. I'd take the 0 on that one. I hate math. I hate algebra. I hate equations. If you ask me to find something, figure it out, I'll figure it out. I don't need your mathematical equations. I just get visions. Things fly around my head. You see formulas and shit, but I don't know what those are. That's just me being smart. All right, question number 4. What parts of speech are the words and, nor, but, and for? What parts of speech are the words and, nor, but, and for? Are they A, interjections, B, conjunctions, or C, prepositions? A, interjections, B, conjunctions, or C, prepositions. What parts of speech are the words and, nor, but, for? And, nor, but, for, from Andor. Which, by the way, season 2, pretty fantastic. I don't know where Mr. Gannon is this morning. He's probably working. Probably had an early morning rooster AC call or something. Hey, good morning, Rhett. And Reddit, you are correct, sir. The answer's conjunctions. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? Right? And, or, but, for. What's a but for? For pooping, silly. That's right, Fred. We got that schoolhouse rock. You know, it was like mid-'90s, maybe 96, 97. They did a Schoolhouse Rock album that was artists recording the Schoolhouse Rock songs. You guys go look that up. That was one of the CDs. I think I still have it. It was a yellow case. It was like a yellow plastic, kind of milky-looking yellow. It was really cool, actually. Conjunction, junction, what's your function? All right, question number 5 in our Smart and Fifth Grader, and then we're going to get on to some other bullshit. The measure of the pull of gravity on an object is called its what? The measure of the pull of gravity on an object is called its A, force, B, density, or C, weight. I had to say it that way because Back to the Future. The measure of the pull of gravity on an object is called its A, force, B, density, or C, weight. What is it? Wait. I'm gonna give a chance to answer. Yeah, you got it. It's weight. Wait. I never had. Oh yeah, was that who sang that song? Was that Whitesnake? Wait. I never had the chance to love you. Now I only want to say I love you one more time. Why am I still singing that song? All right, we're done with that. Fifth grader. With the Algebra 1, kiss my ass. But the rest of them, you guys did a great job. All right, what's up next? What time is it? It is 8:21. Okay, that's rolling good. Making sure the show's still staying on track over here. Did you know 8% of people say that cabbage ruins a salad? You know, you go to a salad buffet somewhere like Emo's, really good salad bar, and there's that damn Chinese cabbage cut up in there. That purple cabbage. Do you like that? I don't mind it. You know, cabbage is cabbage, another free veggie. But 8% of people say, no, I'm not eating that. And get them carrots out of there too. I've never understood that. I know it's for color. But practical people go, I just want a salad. I'm going to make, if I want the choice of cabbage or carrots, it was probably initially started by some dude who was heavily vested in kohlrabi and Chinese cabbage and shit and said, we got to figure out a way to move this stuff. Nobody is scooping it off the buffet. We'll just chop it up real fine and put it in there. It's pretty. Oh, great idea. And here we are at your buffet. Only 8, right? White Lion. Thank you. Yeah, guys. That was another cassette era cassette for me. I bet I still have that one. God dang, I forgot about that album. I forgot about that whole band. That's terrible, Darren. Aren't you a rock DJ? Did you know sending a text to the wrong person is considered the most embarrassing thing people can do? I don't know who considers that the most embarrassing thing people can do, but I can tell you of several things in the last month that I've done more embarrassing than that. Oh, no. I mean, if you sent a terrible text to the wrong person, like, damn, I can't wait to bury my face in your breasts, and it was still like your priest or something, that's probably embarrassing. That's probably pretty mortally embarrassing. But, it's, context. If you're looking for a good lawyer, if you're in New York State, you're in good luck. They've got the most professional lawyers of any state in the union. Who's got the least? South Dakota. That's because Deadwood is in South Dakota, and we settle things in a different manner. It was a great album, Troy. That was in my working on trucks with my buddy Bryant and running four-wheelers with my buddy Scott. That was that era. And it was White Lion and Dr. Feelgood and freaking Kicks, Blow My Fuse, 18 in Life, Skid Row shit. Man, that was it. It was it. It was a good era. Let's see. Nah, that's stupid. I'm going to skip that one. 30% of adults admit that they've gotten dressed while driving to save time. That sounds like a bad idea. Getting dressed while driving. I've taken off a shirt while driving before, like a hoodie or something. Not while I was physically moving. You get to a light, quick pull off the trash bag, throw it in the back. Nah. Who the hell gets dressed while you're driving? What are you doing? What are you running out the house in your drawers? Like, I'll just put these on the way. Now you got intuitive lane control and all that kind of shit. You could probably pull off socks. 15% of breakups, did you know, can be directly traced to the mother-in-law our boyfriend's mom. 15% of breakups directly traced to the mother hen. Well, good, ladies. You don't want a terrible daughter-in-law. Maybe the girl he's dating is promiscuous girl. Who knows? Gregory, good morning. We just assumed you were out on an early morning HVAC call trying to, beat the hustle, beat the sun rays. But glad you showed up. Dennis nailed the TIQ this morning, too, by the way. Good on him. And it's National Dimple Day. We're going to talk about that in a second. I got to hurry up. What's up, Porter? My man. How are you? It's been a minute. Okay. For your reference points as you move through the rest of the month, the top foods, 6 of them that make you fart more than any other food. The top 6 farty foods are beans, corns, bell peppers, cauliflower, cabbage, and milk. I got beans, corn, bell peppers, cauliflower, cabbage, and milk, and they make a toot. A rootin' tootin' good time. And, of course, beans are on there, right? Duh. I like beans. Woo, woo, woo. I like beans. How about you? High in fiber, low in fat. Tell me what you think about that. 34% of adults tip for babysitting. Never hired babysitters. We'd just kidnap someone else's child and make them guard ours, thinking that ours had been kidnapped as well. But then we just released the one, and that's it. All right, what else before we dip into National Dimple Day here? I think it's time for Dimple Day. It's 8:26. Oh, by the way, dinner tonight, what are you going to have? Have you already figured out what you're going to eat for dinner tonight? Roughly 10% of Americans are going to have fish for dinner. I don't know why, but apparently that's the case. So enjoy your fish tonight if you're one of those 10%ers. Dimples. Who's got dimples? Face dimples, typically what we're talking about, but really dimples kind of show up here, there, and everywhere, right? Typically in fattier parts of our body. Our butt, our thighs, our face. I know your face. You're like, your face is not fat person's. Well, your cheeks got chubby. You get chubby cheeks? Chonkies? Little biscuit cheeks? I love biscuit cheeks. Oh, la, 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 la. You know who had some of the most beautiful cheeks of anyone I've ever known? Marianne Ring. Marianne Ring had beautiful cheeks. Where the hell did my water go? Aha! It's hiding back there in the studio. Back where the wizard sits. I wish. I could use somebody to run the curtains. You got Creole toots on the brain? Yeah, Cajun, laissez-les, toot relay. Beans, corn, and milk. I mean, that's a breakfast of champions right there. Let's get into it. So, dimples, National Dimples Day. We celebrate them today, whether you've got them or you like them or you hate them. You may be the kind of person that's like, I've had dimples all my life. I fucking hate them. People pinch my cheeks so long, I've got calluses. It's a genetic trait, by the way. Dimples are typically inherited and are considered a dominant genetic trait. So if one person has dimples, if one parent has dimples, there's a pretty good chance their kid's going to have dimples. Just to let you know. It is caused, at least cheek dimples, are caused by a variation in the zygomaticus major muscle, which may split into 2 bundles. Twinsy muscles. And it pulls the skin inward when smiling. So, neek, you get the little dimples instead of just a smooth spot. But dimples are awesome. Did you guys, some people outgrow their dimples, some people have dimples as kids, and then as they get older, changes in facial fat distribution or, muscle development or excessive scarring. These are things that can take away the baby dimples. Dennis says on her butt they are nice. Yeah. Boop. I always want to boop the dimples. And that's why some people probably hate their dimples, because people want to boop them. Across many cultures, by the way, dimples are often viewed as a sign of beauty, of youth, and of charm, making dimples a highly desirable trait. You know anybody that's got a dimple and then has like a little piercing in it or something? You ever seen that? You're like a little pea in a pod, little diamond in a pocket. Face diamonds. Anyway, they are considered attractive for the most part. There is a cosmetic procedure should you really, really, really want dimples and have a lot of expendable cash and really no moral compass to guide you on where to spend it. You can get a dimpleplasty, and it creates an artificial dimples on your face if you want dimples. They can make it work. It just basically like tie a knot in a string and stick it in, pull it through until it makes a little, no, it's better than that. But yeah, so go for it. Dimples vary in size and shape. They can appear on one cheek. They can appear on both cheeks. It's not a tame dimple. And they vary in depth and location and symmetry from person to person. And then it's another unique trait of dimples is that they vary from person to person. Chin dimples. What about chin dimples? You know, when you get like the butt chin and you got like the little chin dimple. Anybody got a chin dimple? I barely got a chin. Hooray for a beard giving me a jawline, because if not, I would look terrible. Like, aw, look at, aw. Yeah. It'd just be a lot of awe. Chin dimples are different, though. A cleft chin dimple, also called a butt chin, when we talk about that, right? The pronounced butt chin. A cleft chin dimple is caused by a different anatomical reason. Incomplete fusion of the jawbone during fetal development. That's what causes a dimple chin, a butt chin. Incomplete development of the jawbone. How about that? Yeah, and of course that fuses up. You know, as you come out, you don't have predator jaw or anything. Be kind of cool if you did, I guess, to a certain degree. Freak people out on Halloween. Anyway, dimples are, in some cultures, considered a symbol of good luck. Holy shit, it's 8:32. I got to hurry up. Dimples are believed to bring good luck or fortune, particularly in marriage or social success. Being that they are an aesthetic, they would attribute that to it. And last but not least, dimples are completely harmless. Fear not your dimples. They are not a health risk for you. They're simply a benign muscular or skeletal variation with no medical concern attached. Now, I said if you got dimples on your ass, you can probably take a little weight off. I don't know. Maybe you don't need it because it looks great. How about that? Dimple magic on your freaking Wednesday. Hey, it's warm and fuzzy time. We're going to get our little baby bat out here. All right. Couple of things for warm and fuzzies. Let me think. Like I said, catfish tonight, single tomorrow, catfish Friday, catfish Saturday. What, do we have catfish Sunday? No, we're off Sunday. Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday, Thursday. So we got a pretty full weekend. Kids go to camp next week too. My kids do. Eagle Sky Camp, and you know we don't have a floodplain situation with our camp here as far as the one our kids go to, but the tragedies in Texas is absolutely breaking my heart every day, and I can't imagine. I pray and pray and pray that I don't have friends whose kids were in there, but I can't imagine. And as we look, you know, a week and a half out, sending our kids to camp, it's always a concern when you set your kids off into the world, right? I mean, Layla's got her driver's license. She leaves the driveway, and I'm like, all the good juju, put anything that I'm out of fuck my karma up with, put that on me, let my kid be good. And tell her to slow the fuck down. Good thing she's got a job now so she can pay for her first speeding ticket. Only took her 6 months to get it. She's a child after my own heart. I can go pull up my case net and go back through my driving history and go, aw, that was on Highway 61, and that was the one that just stood there and radioed my dad on his car just to let him know he had his son. Warm and fuzzy time. Prayers for those Texas families, prayers for those people, prayers for something that we don't see in the United States that is typically something that we see in a third world country from a tsunami or something, terrible hurricane or earthquake or mudslides. It's just so tragic, and don't know if they'll ever be able to recover everybody. It's it's heartbreaking. So keep your prayers flowing. Keep all the good vibes and the good juju. If you want to help monetarily or otherwise, go to the American Red Cross, redcross.org. You can find ways to do it. Okay? So, number one, Sora News says a Japanese company is offering grandmas for hire with various tasks like cooking and emotional support. The service charges $23 for transportation plus $23 per hour. Clients can request grandmas for activities such as mediating family disputes or being present during breakups. I got to dump my girl, but it'd be really cool if my fake grandma was there to help get us through it. Customers have mixed reactions to this unique service, some finding it helpful while others are unsure about its effectiveness. I don't think it is effective really in any kind of serious mediation situation, unless the grandma happens to be a trained mediator. But I can tell you this, there are times in my life where I would do nothing more than I would spend $100 on a nice plump grandma to come to my house and just let me snuggle up. Just let me take a nap on grandma's lap. That matronly vibe is something beautiful, and you can't replicate it. You can't. Number two, Warm and Fuzzy. Rhett, glad you stopped by, my dude. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7:30. We'll wake up and rock and roll. All right, thanks, dude. Thanks for popping in. Happy Wednesday. Rhett Hendrickson, ladies and gentlemen. Shit. The Daily Voice says two Suffield, Connecticut Bobcat kittens recently hitched a ride in a pickup truck engine. Officers spent over an hour getting these little furry stowaways out of the vehicle. The cats were unharmed. The kittens will be returned to Somers, Connecticut, where they will be monitored for their mother's return. If she doesn't come back, they'll be sent to a licensed rehabber. So we hope for the best outcome for the kitty cats. I know, Woodard, I swear to God, I was going to make the joke, and now why not? It's on a fucking tee. But I'm like, when you go to order said grannies, do you get to pick body types and shit? Like, I want a black granny, no less than 210, no taller than 5'8". Put her right here, and I need some soul food on the menu. She come in, make me some greens and some jowls or something, you know. Give me that. That's the granny package. That's the Deep South granny package. But you got to wonder, like, because I've always said my entire life nobody likes a skinny grandma. No offense to skinny grandmas, but when you're a little kid and you want to snuggle up with grandma, you don't want all the grandma bones. I'm a grandma bones right now. Collarbone, look at it. Watch this. Should I get them tendons going? It's nuts. So their bones stick out now. Collarbones and all the bone spurs from my abusing in my body over the years. All this shit showed up. Now I got all the fat off of it. Nobody wants to snuggle on that. That's weird. Oh, that's it. Exactly. Starring Dabney Coleman. Oh, wait, that was 9 to 5. Gmilf. Yeah. The G's not silent by any means. All right, 8:38. Let's wrap this bitch up. I'm so overdue. It doesn't matter. A Bakersfield, California family lost their home to a fire. That is tragic. But... ray of sunshine. Their dog Lulu saved their lives by waking them up during the blaze. Yeah, the house caught on fire. They didn't know they were asleep. The fire quickly spread throughout the house. It destroyed most of the family's belongings, but despite the tragedy, neighbors and friends and officials found and returned a wedding ring amidst the debris that belonged to the homeowners. Officials believe the fire was accidental. But more importantly, kudos to Lulu for saving the day and saving the family. Good job, Lulu. Had she had opposable thumbs, she probably would have put the fire out too. That's the kind of dog Lulu is. And that's the kind of show Wednesday is. Extra long. Just like a cheese coney or something. Okay, that got awkward fast. Have a great Wednesday, guys. Be nice humans. I hope you have a family adventure today or something planned, Enjoy your day. You got to go to work. Got to tune in, turn on, do your thing, be nice humans, and I will see you guys on Friday. And to quote the immortal Mickey Sharp,